Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I am not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. So let's start the show. How are you feeling today, man?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. We got a show for you today.
We have some things. We have some things, package and stuff, whatever. How's the mental?
Mental is good, man.
Mental's intact.
Yeah, I've been off for work for about 3 weeks. Start back to tomorrow, and
Okay.
I think I'm ready to go back now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I see you looking fly in your P Creative shirt.
Yeah, man. Every now and then we get a ways to show the adoring public who watch us on the YouTube channel. So
Absolutely.
I figured I'd rock another P Creations t-shirt today. Baby blue with the white lettering on it. And it's, the patterning is creative.
It's creative.
It's creative.
You got your white pants on, letting know you're not on your period. You're okay to play.
I'm okay to play. I'm good,
You're
man.
okay to play. No
Yeah.
clamp on needed.
That's it.
That's what's up.
How about you? How you doing?
I'm good,
You
man. I'm good.
Are you sure?
I don't know if I might make it through this
you
thing.
ready
I have
to
folks. I have a laughing disorder, PBA, pseudo-bulbar effect. I tend to laugh a lot.
That he does.
I got a problem. I laughed so much earlier before we hit record till my throat's kind of sore. So work with me. It ain't COVID. Just too much excessive laughing.
That laughter. Laughter is good for the soul.
Laughter is great for the damn soul.
Dude,
Cat Williams said a long time ago, each day you at least got to get 7 laughs in.
There you go.
I done times that by 8. So I'm over that. I hit that limit and stuff way before
You passed that limit before you even got here, I think.
Yeah. So I'm good and stuff, whatever. To the folks at home, we welcome you for the first time. If not,
Welcome.
to the regular deglers, welcome back for another week of the real,
And you already know what
of
it
the
is.
loving,
You know what it is.
the fact, the fiction, the truth, nothing but the truth. So help us, God.
You know what it is.
Because it's a Sunday, it's a fun day, and it's your day. Own it. Like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. Tell us how you really feel. Tell us if you enjoy the show. Tell us if you like this shirt. Tell us if I need to pipe down my loud ass.
And listen, hey, before we get started, I want to send a special shout out to Amanda K,
Yes.
showing us maximum love on the IG and the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And we just want to say that we appreciate you. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate you participating in the polls. And just for the general feedback to let us know how we're doing.
Absolutely. We do appreciate you, my sister. All right.
right.
Let's get into some things. Let's talk about these questions first, right? So, so first question of the week was, does a man have to pump gas for a woman that he is with?
Right.
83% said no. Were you on the no side or you on the yes side?
I was on the no side.
You're on the no side.
Yes.
Why? Tell me how you feel. Is chivalry dead?
No, I don't think chivalry's dead. I think I kind of erred on the side that it's just an equal footing. If I'm driving, I get out the car, I pump the gas. Nothing said, nothing done about it. If she's driving, usually 9 times out of 10, she gets out the car, she pumps the gas. And I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to fight her and say, hey, no, let me do it. But you know, if it's a situation where I'm gonna get out the car too, maybe probably go grab some snacks or something like that, I may offer to pay for the gas, or I may offer to just, chill out, relax, I'll pump.
And see, I have no problem and stuff with that. I'm on the no side. Right? I'm on the no side, and my thing and stuff is, you have a situation where I've seen, I don't know the context, I've seen, like, if I'm pumping gas,
Yeah.
and I see a woman pumping gas,
Yeah.
and then I see a dude in the car, right? And I see the dude in the car and stuff with her. I don't know if it's boyfriend, brother, husband, etc.
Just the dude in the car.
Dude in the car
Yeah.
on his phone,
Right.
right? Before I want to say before, like, I want to say the thought of this question or this topic came up.
Yeah.
It was in my head. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out and help, whatever, right? But I'm like,
your lazy ass.
Yeah.
What you playing Pokemon?
I mean, if you're in a raid battle, you in a raid battle.
You can't really pull away.
You don't
from
really
that.
want to stop.
You can't
that,
really pull away
whatever,
from that.
you know. You only got 300 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
That's what a friend told me. But I mean, I used to look and say some things and stuff with it. But then again, dude's ankle could be broke. He could be paraplegic. You don't know the context and stuff for it. But I think a lot of people they shun it. But then I've heard women state that they're married. They don't have to they shouldn't do those type of things. And then it comes to like goals and roles. See, I subscribe to goals more than roles.
Okay.
My thing and stuff is that as a man, I guess if we're looking at roles, woman's supposed to cook for me.
Right.
If I finish work before she finishes work, I'm supposed to starve until she gets home to cook for me. I'm like, no. The goal is to be fed.
Right.
So either I get my ass cooking or I get some food ordered in and stuff, or some food here when she gets home, right? So same thing with the gas. My goal is like, we need gas.
Right.
Period. So if you get out and deal with it and stuff, whatever, then that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned of who's paying for the gas. I think that's my concern.
Who's fitting the bill on this one?
Who's fitting the bill, whatever, right? Because if you're like, if I'm in the car and then she get out to go pump the gas, she's like, I'm just gonna put 40 in the tank, whatever.
Yeah.
So when you go and she like, get me a water, I'm like, hold up. So I gotta put the 40 plus the water?
Plus the water.
I was like, oh, I see how it is. Next time I'll pump the gas and you pay. And then we're good.
And we're good. I don't need water at that point.
And see what killed me and stuff, whatever, is that like, I don't say what fully killed me, but it just kind of brought to light, like, all right, early in the week.
Yeah.
We posted this question on a Monday. And I want to say later in the week before we post the second question, I seen The Game, the rapper.
Okay.
He made a tweet. I have it, right?
All right.
Verbatim and stuff, whatever. I'm going to read exactly what the tweet says. He said, maybe I'm old school, but my woman ain't paying not one damn bill. Not rent, not mortgage, not car note, not nails, not hair, clothes, phone, or groceries. If you're taking care of home, cooking, and fucking the shit out of me, life's on me, period.
Okay.
How you feel about that statement? Because I felt like, leave it to God, leave it to the creator. Because I posted this thing on Monday.
Right.
And then here later in the week and stuff, whatever, you have Game responding to this and other rappers and other men of, I don't want to say high value men, but I want to say affluential men.
Yeah.
Are agreeing to what Game is saying.
Here's my thing about it. We like to treat housework like it's not a job. But at the end of the day, it is. I mean, she's not sitting around doing nothing. She's making sure the place is clean. She's making sure whatever laundry has to be done. She's making sure whatever food needs to be prepared is being prepared. She's making sure all the stuff that needs to be done, taking care of a home, is being taken care of.
Right.
In order for her not to do that, you would probably have to hire a maid, which is going to be paid to do that.
Okay.
Now, if I got it like that, I don't see why not. Why should she, have to go out there and work and help pay the bills? If I can manage all the bills on my own, the bills need to be taken care of. The home still needs to be taken care of. So if we're both out working, right, that means we both got to race home and both try to take care of the home.
I'm not putting words in your mouth, but in a nutshell, what I'm gathering and stuff is that it's more the goal, not the role.
Yeah.
But if she's home, then the goal should be take care of home.
If she's home and doing nothing, we got a problem.
Yeah, because you would rather pay a housekeeper that's not going to be there afterwards, but you have somebody that's going to be there and they ain't doing shit. And you pay for hair, nails, phone bill, clothes.
We got a problem. Right? But like I'm saying, if you're taking care of all the necessary things that has to be taken care of anyway, that if you weren't there, I would probably have to pay somebody to take care of, then it is what it is.
See, my thing and stuff is that, like, okay, when it comes to the, like, same thing with the gas station thing, right? With the pumping gas.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the goal. And if I was in a position of power like that, well, okay, I'm assuming Game is a millionaire. I don't want to speak for his pockets.
Yes. And let me stop you real quick. Let me throw this in there before, women come after me.
Yeah.
If my wifey make cake like that and she said stay home and take care of the household, I'm staying home and taking care of the household.
See, I love you.
I'm staying home and taking care of the household.
See, you read my mind, man. You know where I was going with the nonsense.
Well, I was about to say, I don't want anybody to feel that it's a definite role that people have to stick to. No, I'm comfortable being the house husband. If I got to be the house husband, I ain't got no problem with that.
So, okay, if the goal was flipped, like if the role was flipped, right? The situation was flipped in general, would rich women say the same thing? Like what Game said? Like, if he's taking care of home, eating the box, cooking, cleaning, ironing, take care of the kids, he's fucking the shit out of me when I'm ready.
Yeah.
Life's on her, period.
Yeah.
You think that'll be the same case in a rich woman's case?
You know what? I think it's going to depend on the woman. That's what I think is going to really depend.
It still depends on the man in the other way.
Yeah. No, it depends on the man, but I think...
The percentage. Give me a percentage. Let's say out of 10. How many rich women out of 10 would fit the bill for a man if she got it like that?
Out of 10, I'd probably say maybe 6.
Ooh, that's high.
Reason being, you think it's high?
Man, I'm thinking like 2 out of 10. I'm thinking 2 out of 10. Because the slogan that I normally hear and stuff for her, and women feel free to come for me, so when you're ready.
Yeah.
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that slogan, but I think in this day and age, I think the percentage was probably changing a little bit, and with the onset of more independent women.
Yeah, you think?
I think it's it'll be a 6 for me. I only see a problem is, for me, most men will not be comfortable taking on that role.
So you think it's a pride thing for men? But I think
it's a pride thing for men.
But I even still feel like a good portion of women, even before the men and the pride, was still looking at certain men as stuff like protecting providers. And a lot of women and stuff, whatever, who have it like that, they're looking for men who are, quote unquote, they're equal.
Yeah.
They're equal. Like, look at the Kevin Samuel shit all the damn time and stuff across the board. These women who are asking for these high value men.
Right.
They're not looking for no guy and stuff who they can take care of. They're looking for somebody who can take care of them, even though they make like a set amount of high income.
Yeah.
Some now much less like they're on that level. No, they fit in the bill.
That's why I said always depends on the type of woman.
True. So it's the individuality thing and stuff.
But why you say 2? Why do you still think it's...
Why I say 2?
Well, just for the same reasons that you just mentioned?
The same reason. And then like the extra kicker is that I've witnessed myself.
Right.
Let's say women, in Canada here, we have the sunshine list.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
If you make over 100K, you're on the sunshine list.
Yeah.
The women that I know who make over 100K wouldn't date a guy that's making less than 100K.
Okay.
And I asked them and stuff, whatever. Like, and they're single women and stuff like that. So I said, I thought morals, principles, and character and stuff like that matter.
Yeah.
And I asked them and stuff, I'm like, it's either one or the other. Like, they're like, yo, you're looking for a millionaire or something, whatever? I'm like, just know for a fact that the same way you're looking for a guy to fit the bill, give you like, this millionaire lifestyle and stuff, whatever, you can't expect him to be faithful.
Yeah.
Could you be a faithful millionaire at the same time though? Like I want to say like, yo, some of these dudes and stuff, whatever, they're out here. Look at the ballers. Look at the athletes.
Yeah.
These guys are millionaires. And they're like, oh, sleeping with an athlete and stuff, whatever. He has a woman and everything. Like, I'm like, yo, to be a faithful millionaire, like, yo, you got to hand clap those that you run across.
The funny thing is, here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Men who are of high stature and making more than 100K a year are usually looking for trophy wives.
So they're not looking for ones that can kind of hold it down on the house front?
Nah, because they figure they can hold it down on their own. They don't really need anybody to be their equal. They want somebody they can put on a pedestal.
Oh, you're talking about like that.
Around.
So what about, is she doing house duties? Like what Game said. Let's stick to like what Game was saying.
Yeah.
She's cooking, taking care of home, fucking the shit out of him. She might fuck the shit out of him as trophy wife.
Listen.
She might be there for porn star purpose.
For some men, that might be a bonus.
What? The
cooking, the cleaning, the doing all the extras. Listen, some men are happy of just having the trophy wife and they'll get the maid. So
if you guys have money to waste, I put on a wig and call my name Consuela. I'm a Dominican cleaner.
So if you
that's
think
my
about
drag
that,
name.
If you think about that, how much men are left that are fitting the bill who are making more than 100K? There's not that much more men left.
No,
they're already looking for the trophy wife, and that excludes you because you're not about to play the trophy wife role.
I feel like that's 10% of quote unquote single men.
Okay.
10%. Because I think like other than that, whatever, like I said, I don't know too many faithful millionaires.
We always see the rich woman with the boy toy.
Do we now? The only boy toy I know is Stedman.
He went from boy toy to boy man to boy grandpa.
He got his own wing. No one sees Stedman. I see Gail when I see Stedman.
Listen, man. Stedman chilling like a villain. I don't need, listen. God rest his soul. Prince Philip was the prince.
He was a boy toy?
I ain't really want to say it, but
I guess. Well, you know about the roles more than I do because I didn't know what his role was too much and everything.
The only role I know is the toilet paper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right. I just don't know. Who's it? I think G Herbo. G Herbo said, if you expect your woman to go 50% on the bills, expect her to give you 50% of pussy. So she's not giving you the full action because she's tired from giving like her 50% of doing other things to kind of bring it in together. But I said, but from the man's side, you're going to give her 50% of dick or you're going to give her 100% of the dick?
But
aren't you working?
But that just goes back to me saying, if we're both out there working. And then we both got to come home.
Right.
And do the house chores, then I don't know.
Salute to all you millionaire types for who cussed Derek Jackson because y'all motherfuckers just like him. This feels like a Derek Jackson ploy. No, it feels like when Game did it and stuff, whatever, when Game made that tweet and I seen it and then it kind of went viral.
Right.
I looked at it and stuff, I'm like, yo, it's like that one motherfucker outside with no shirt on and the gray sweatpants and he got big dick.
Yeah.
And he's just wearing the gray sweatpants that's tight as fuck. And he's thirst trapping these chicks.
Right.
Because if you're a woman now and you're hearing this guy talk like this and you've been in a relationship, a solid, good relationship, where the man ain't cheating and everything like that, and you hear this guy say this and you're looking like, but I fit half the bills in here. Yeah, you're right. You're leaving your good man. Game might not even recruit you. G Herbo might not recruit you.
Right.
Now you by yourself and everything for what? You just got Derek Jackson, but from a person named Game.
Well, hopefully these ladies out here can decipher through some of the nonsense, some of the hyper male attitude.
Nah, they're looking for role models, man. Derek Jackson's out of commission now, man. So these other dudes are stepping up to the plate. Yo, I'm a fan of Game's music, not a fan of this statement.
Nah.
And I'm not a fan because my thing and stuff is that you're right. If I'm in that position, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's just me. And that's individual.
Right.
That's the character of like, for me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can't expect me from another guy that might make the same kind of income. He might say, yo, you got to be out here still clocking them heels, boo.
Right.
You got to make this money and stuff as well, too. I'll fit majority of the bill. I'll fit 80% of the shit. You fit 20%.
Yeah.
That's just how the world works. I'm sorry. We don't all got it like that.
I think one of the key things to understand is that the part of being in a relationship is the partnership aspect.
That's facts.
You understand? So if however you slice the pie, if you guys feel that it's an even distribution, whether I'm doing all the work, you're staying at home taking care of the household, you're doing all the work, I'm staying at home doing all the household. We both go to work, however we split the pie, as long as it's a partnership and we agree to that partnership and that's how it works, it works.
Facts. Okay. Move on to the next question. Other question was, is it better to quit your job or is it better to get fired? And 76% said quit. Were you on the quit side or fired?
This one is tough for me because I've done both.
Okay.
I've done both. And
let your experience dictate the convo.
My experience is, for me, I would say it's better to get fired.
Why?
Simply because if you don't have enough money to fall back on, at least if you're fired, you can go ahead and
possibly get severance.
Get some severance, or you can get what we call it in Canada is EI, employment insurance.
Right.
I'm not sure what they call it in the US, but some sort of type of income coming in while you're not working.
It's basically EI too.
EI?
In a nutshell.
Okay. All right. If you quit, you don't get that.
Correct.
So if you now don't have any money to fall back on, you're literally on a time frame to find something else to fit the bills that you got. Bills don't stop when you quit.
Bills don't stop.
Bills don't stop when you get fired.
Okay. So me, I said quit.
You said quit.
The reason I said quit and stuff for there, because I feel like when you're fired, the severance thing is actually real good.
Right.
Right? But it depends on the company. How long have you been with the company?
Of course.
To say your severance might be that nice, that Gucci for you, whatever, right? Let's say if you've never been there for that long and stuff, whatever, your severance might be like maybe like $85. Like, fuck that gonna do.
And that won't do much. That won't do much.
See, and my thing is about like quit, you're kind of getting ahead of it and stuff. Like, if you know you might be into some shit,
right?
At least you can prepare before it gets to like the ending. Like I'm afraid of, not afraid, but if you fire me, my reputation and stuff to any set company and stuff afterwards, it might be tarnished because they might say, okay, your last place of employment.
Right.
They end up calling you and stuff like that. You're like, that motherfucker, we fired him. Or even HR just talks and said, we had to release set individual and stuff, whatever. They were released or they were terminated.
Yes.
That's a bad look compared to like, oh, set individual and stuff walked away on their own accord.
Right.
Right? Because I don't think HR will go into that 5-minute details and stuff, whatever, because I think there's a clause for that for a good portion of companies.
Okay.
So like, I think like specific type of companies will go deeper and stuff, whatever, but not all.
Okay.
They'll go surface level and stuff. And see, then I even flipped it to like relationship status.
Okay.
Is it better to leave your failing relationship? Or is it better to wait to get dumped?
In this situation, I'm going to say it's better to leave. And here's why I say that.
All right. Now we talking. Talk to me.
Not too long ago, I had a conversation with
I was about to say, not too long ago, you got fired. You quit? Like,
no. I'm still in it to win it.
Okay.
Not too long ago, I had a conversation with a friend, right? And he actually tried to quit the relationship.
Okay.
And he thought it was over. And the very next day, she had called him back and said, no, I'm not leaving. I don't care what you say.
Wow.
We're still together.
Wow.
Now, dude just had to say, okay.
Okay.
So he tried to quit, but now he's in a situation where he's got to do something to get fired.
So, okay, did said woman like offer like a more enticing deal for him to stay, like to make this happen? Like say like, you wanted to quit. Yeah. Say you wanted to quit because she ain't sucking your dick.
Yeah.
Right? Now she said, no. Here's what's not going to happen. You're not going to leave me. I'm going to learn to suck your dick twice a week.
Whatever type of deal she made,
He stayed.
She's still around. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
Let's put it that way. But I'm still gonna say it's probably better to quit if you can.
Yeah, I feel like to get ahead of it, like, you know, like, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
But if you're already looking for other things, because like, I always find it kind of funny and stuff where like, oh, I just need some time for myself. And then you see that person out here already dating, they got a new
Already boot up.
Yo, I was like,
How much time
quit.
did you need?
They quit. No, they quit. They quit before they gave their 2 weeks notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, just quit across the board, folks.
Let's let it all out. Just leave.
Just leave.
Just leave.
All right, man. Let's talk about this new lockdown in Ontario. Well, let's stick to local first.
All right.
Are you excited for the new Ontario lockdown? This time, police got a little more authority.
Nah, I'm not feeling that.
You ready for it to be like Florida, like the up north Florida now?
What's happening up North Florida?
Well, this is up north Florida. Do you want it to be like that? Because we're saying fuck it, let everything run. If he dies, he dies. No mask. Yo, it is what it is.
Yeah, you know me. If he dies, man.
Let me tell you this. With the lockdown situation and stuff, whatever, I think it's putting a damper in a lot of people's programs.
Right.
And it's kind of like if you were a masker or if you're an anti-masker and stuff, whatever, you were living that same way. This is not going to change how you were.
Yeah.
If you were, when there's a will, there's a way.
Right. Right.
When there's a will, there's a way. So if they told you stay your ass home or don't fuck with anybody,
right,
some people still find their way.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I mean, I think we shouldn't be locking down anything else. If the cases get high and stuff, whatever, you've tried that.
You've tried it.
We haven't succeeded because people didn't adhere to that. So if you think the policing thing and the fines and stuff would be more thing, I told you the Belleville 19 Park, Trinity Bellwoods.
Yes.
I told you that was prime example where the police could have came alive. They didn't. And even the police and stuff, after the statement that the premier made,
right,
every, I want to say like regional police within the GTA, like, no, we're not about that. Like, we don't have that extra manpower to be out there policing people. Yeah. If we get you, we get you.
We get you. We get
but
you.
But other than that, whatever, we're not out here about to pull over and stop people. We don't have time for that. There's other bigger issues and bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. I mean, and on top of that, though, it's just, you could almost see the harassment that could possibly come out of this.
With what?
With just
police stopping randoms?
Yeah. Police looking for excuses to maybe stop somebody or stop a certain segment of the population, now using this as their excuse.
What's a certain population? Are you talking about the black folks? Because we've been experiencing this already.
I mean,
it's now time for the other races to understand what the fuck the black people's been going through.
Okay, but do you really think the other races are going to be exposed to the treatment that the blacks have been exposed to?
I'm not saying that. But then, however, let's say you had that one black police officer and stuff, whatever. I'm not saying he or she and stuff, whatever, had this in mind.
Not saying, but
it's kind of like
almost like this.
It's kind of like, yo, they heard this, they be like, jackpot, bitches. You about to get served, Becky with the good hair. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Or the Karens and everything out there. This is now the time.
You said you were going to Sobeys? I've been watching. This is the third time this week.
Be like, what's up with your grocery list? You can't make one?
I'm sorry.
You have to hold this $700 ticket.
Why is the Sobeys in another part of town?
Ooh.
Rosie, you got a lot of explaining to do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo. I look at it as stuff as even with these, like I said, the other races and the other minorities, if there's a set population of stuff that's been experiencing this, whether i.e. blacks, these other people need to have a taste. They should have a taste. And if they don't get a taste and stuff and everything, maybe that's the reason why some of the, I want to say the police units and stuff are saying like, yo, they're not about that life because they're not willing to give the other population the taste.
Right.
Which is fine. But my thing is stuff is that we've tried other precautionary measures.
Yeah.
We haven't gone through it with them 100% back then.
Yeah.
What makes you think it's going to change the stuff now?
It's going to change now, right?
I think it's a little too late in the game and stuff, whatever, because I want to say from when the statement was issued, there was like plots and plans. People are already like, oh, okay, you're giving us the rules of the game.
Yeah.
We know how to beat these rules already.
We've been beating them so far. Yeah, and I mean, and some of the things that they put in place, like when we were given this lockdown issue or the stay at home order,
Right.
they were at least allowing you to go outside and get a little bit of exercise, some fresh air. You know what I mean? Keep yourself fit, your mind fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kids were able to play in the playground. They were actually banned in the playgrounds. I think it was just recently they said, okay, no, we're gonna excuse the playgrounds and allow these kids to play.
How recent was that?
This was, I think,
yesterday.
I think it was up to yesterday.
Okay, because I'm about to say, yeah, on Friday they cut that shit.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday that Ford had made the statement that he's gonna, free up the parks.
Gotcha.
I was like, man, these are kids. Like they're indoors, not doing anything but driving their parents crazy. They got a lot of energy that they need to expel.
You know what? Like, my thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. I said this when it comes to the politicians. Madison, Biden, and Harris. Oh, and my boo from New Zealand, the prime minister over there.
Okay.
Because they live in like regular lifestyle.
Yeah.
I can't. I fuck around want to go to New Zealand, but they're gonna ban my black ass. We'll be heading that way. They locked off the island. Every political world leader should be fired and replaced.
I think so. I'll agree with that.
I think this COVID thing, like the ones who are in charge now, have done, I want to say, not so good job. Trump was part of it, so that's why Trump already had his time and he left.
Right.
The other ones kind of picking up and stuff after set former people who got in the midst of COVID.
Right.
Yeah, they got to go. I'm not feeling some of these decisions and stuff like that. I understand they're trying to say it's for the greater good, but I think the greater good already went bad.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little too late, too late.
Yeah.
To try to put this in, because you're not increasing like the dollars and thing, and you have 10 million people talking about defunding the police already, and now you want to give the police extra work and stuff, whatever, when you want to reallocate.
Well, you want to give the police extra work, but you also want to, put the police in line of target. Their reputation hasn't been so good as
it hasn't been so stellar
to begin with. So now you want to put them in a position where they're going to be directly against a public that wants to be outside, be outdoors, wants freedom.
Yeah. I don't know. And then some people will tell me, one girl was telling me, she's like, how the fuck we can't get freedom, but then construction sites, they get strippers and everything. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Hey there, what'd you have for lunch? Cookies. Some cookies.
Yeah, cookies are nookie.
Cookies. There's some titty milk. Milk.
Okay, so
yeah.
Wednesday. Wednesday was a unauthorized retirement party at a Matanomi Homes construction site.
Okay.
Right? The Neymar company, they do drywalling.
Right.
For a lot of the Matanomi Homes.
Okay.
They have a contract with them.
Right.
One set location had set workers not practicing social distance, not wearing any masks. And
drinking on the job.
Alcohol, drinking on the job. I know a Grey Goose bottle when I see a Grey Goose bottle.
That looked like a damn Grey Goose bottle to me.
And that wasn't a rookie bottle. That wasn't like the slim one by the counter or whatever. That's not a Mickey. That was like the...
They didn't have no glasses.
Oh, no glasses. So
everybody was drinking from the Grey Goose bottle.
Take it to the head. Take it to the head.
Yeah.
And to top it off, they had a nice young blonde exotic dancer, aka Scorper, Scripperella, on this site. Okay, so all right. She didn't have any PPE gear on as well.
No.
Breaking COVID rules.
And you know what though?
Go ahead.
She probably should have had the PPE gear on just to be in character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would work.
It would have worked. Even if she just had a construction hat.
Something. Face shield. Something.
Something.
Yeah, and Cooch all out, titties all out. She doing what strippers got to do. You know, strip clubs are closed in Ontario.
Got to pay those bills.
Yeah, you know, chill, don't pay the bills, man. So, I mean, I see it, but not at a construction site because Ministry of Labor and stuff got a hold of that shit, and everybody got a hold of this shit. First and foremost,
Everybody got a hold of this shit.
a big fuck you to the person who recorded the video. I just want to say it from my side, really and truly. Certain great things should kind of live in your memory banks and not on the camera phones.
Yeah. And when anybody asks you, it's got to be an answer of, you should have been there.
First of all, that retirement party was lit. Lit. I've never seen a retirement party in the daytime that lit before.
Me neither.
Okay. All right.
I mean, when I left work, all I got was the cake and the candles.
Yeah. See, that site had more hoes than a Chief Keef video. I know that for a fact.
And we ain't talking to farm tools.
No. I looked at it and stuff, and I just scratched my head. I was like, yo, first of all, it was a funny ass thing to see that there's so many grown ass men. That guy who was retirement, he's damn near. I got the research on him.
Right.
April 23rd was his last day. Until all of them got fired.
Right.
So the Neymar group got released from autonomy homes. Everybody under Neymar thing is now unemployed. Set individuals in the video got fired. Thoughts and prayers out to the guy way in the back doing the real work. He was doing drywall in the fucking back. The one dude that was working.
The one dude in the video that was working.
He has to explain everything to his wife. And when the video, like, he's like, yo, look, I was working in the back.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna believe him.
Kind of hard to believe.
Because she'd be like, whatever, that's just what I seen on camera. What happened when you were on camera? Yeah. You think you slick, you piece of shit. You know, so thoughts and prayers to him. Everybody else, you kind of got what you deserve. Because same old dude who's getting retired, he was eating some pussy.
He was...
That was called a muff dive.
Yeah.
That was called a muff dive.
Yeah.
Right? He dove right the fuck in.
A couple times he came up for air.
Yeah, just
but then he dove back in.
And then dove right back in. Then you had the other dude came through and stuff, whatever. He looked at Titty, looked at the camera. He made eye contact with the camera. He's like, yeah, you get that? You get that? All right, I'm good. To the young lady, the dancer, you got your own problems to deal with. I can't pity you. Hopefully you made enough to kind of carry you over because your face was fully seen. All faces of you was seen.
Hopefully,
all faces was seen. That kitty was
you super scrubbed that box when you got home because
the box.
Yeah.
I think she was barefoot too. Like, yeah, she could have got nails in her foot, all that type of stuff.
There was all types of wrong in that footage. All types of wrong in that footage.
It was right for me to watch for research purpose. But my question to you and stuff is that, do people find it hard not to record or capture great moments in time?
Yeah,
especially today.
I was about to say, especially today when almost everybody has a device that can record moments in time.
Yeah, but why they just can't leave certain shit to memory? You ever notice that if you go look at a sunset, and take a photo of the sunset, the two are not the same?
No.
Why?
Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying, just leave it to memory.
Yeah.
That it was a beautiful sunset. It was a beautiful stripper where you saw her sunsets and sunrises and
the moon.
And moon. Full moon.
And full moon.
Full moon. Bald moon. Full bald moon. But I'm looking, I'm like, this will always be the problem. Now, set dude who recorded it, he actually got beat up. He actually got beat up and stuff and injured and hospitalized.
I mean, when we first started discussing the story, that was the first thing I asked was, well, what happened to dude? Because you could almost see in your mind
that he broke code.
That he broke code, first and foremost. And that it wasn't gonna be good for him.
Nah.
It definitely wasn't gonna. The first thing that came to my mind was, who was filming?
Right.
I mean, that was honestly the first thing that came to my mind.
Right.
Right? But with that being said, though, was it his intention to film? Or did somebody ask him to? Because we can't put aside the thought that someone said, hey, Larry, Tom, or Harry, get your camera over here and capture this action.
Even the person who said that, whether they're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
they're an asshole. That's just me. I just think certain things, like I said, just leave it in the memory banks and stuff, whatever, and just call it a day. Like, no one's supposed to know you even have alcohol on site and everything and stuff. Like, I remember it was Premier Ford when he was Counselor Ford.
Right.
Right? When Rob and stuff was in office and everything, they had a interview with him, and he had a bottle of Grey Goose. God bless Grey Goose. They made mad money off Ontario.
Grey Goose got a lot of advertising in Ontario. In this place.
Yo, like, he had a bottle of Goose and stuff whatever at his desk.
Right.
And everybody like circled that and highlighted that and stuff whatever, because that bottle was unforgettable. If people drink at their job, if people know you drink at the job, that's a no-go.
That's a no-go.
That's a no-go. No one should know and stuff, all that, whatever. So like I said, minus the stripper. Like, if you minus the stripper and they were there acting a fool with just the alcohol itself, that's still a no-go.
That's still a no-go.
That's still a no-go.
Mind you, it happens quite a few times and quite often.
When people drink on the job?
More than we think.
People blow trees at the job
More than we want to admit, it happens.
People blow trees at the job.
It happens.
I know of people and stuff like that. People say it and stuff like that. They're like, yo, fuck their place of employment. Yeah. It's just a job to them. Yeah. These people will piss them off. And when they go for the cigarette break, it might be cigarette weed. So, I mean, like, at the end of the day, that's on them. Now, if people are like, oh shit, Becky, what you over there lighting up? My joint. Ain't it like 1 o'clock in the afternoon? Fuck these bitches. Like, all of that is doing the most.
What, you feeling me? Bring the camera goes. Fuck these bitches.
And now this video gets surfaced and stuff like that. I think said person who recorded it should get the ass whooped.
Well, listen, I knew the ass whooping was coming. That's why I asked who filmed it and what happened next.
Well, the thing I thought about is stuff, whatever, and you thought, like, you went in depth, whatever. Where do you pick up the pieces from there? Set dude was supposed to retire.
Yeah.
You got fired.
Yes.
Pension is done.
Pension is done with.
Pension is done with. Set people and stuff who are working there and stuff, whatever. If their face is recognizable, they might not be able to get a job for a good bit.
It might. And we're looking at it as just...
See, they got fired. You think it's a good thing for them to get fired? Okay. Continue as you were.
I mean, whether they got fired or if they quit, I don't think there was any life after this for them. But as I was going to say, I mean, we're looking at it as just mad at me. But this is a drywall company. So they might have had partnerships with other builders.
Absolutely.
And if you're thinking if they have partnerships with other builders, it might be contracts all around that are just getting
severed.
Axed.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're absolutely right. Anatomy is that one property place.
Right.
Not including, let's say, the other places and stuff for the other companies and stuff, not to be named, but we know of other companies besides Anatomy Homes. Yeah. And with that being said, you're absolutely right. So the Neymar company is now scarred and frayed and everything and stuff, whatever, from what these employees have done. You can prove to other companies and stuff like that, but the name itself is tarnished. Yep. I think you need to change the name and stuff, whatever, in general. MCI did that. Way back in the day, the phone company was called MCI.
Right.
They changed the name to Sprint, and people forgot about all the transgressions for MCI. Because they were like, MCI is a thing in the past. Now you have Sprint.
Right. And
then when Sprint starts going a little bit under, they join partnership with AT&T. So it's like AT&T and Sprint. So it's still the MCI of original name.
Still the MCI of old.
Still same, but the name changes stuff, at least save some of the damage.
Helped it.
So I feel like they have to do a facelift on the company itself.
Yeah.
And hey.
Well, now that I think about it, Marv, I mean, minus those who are actually caught on videotape, and hopefully the one dude who was caught on videotape but was working, those people part of the Neymar company who weren't there, they might actually still be able to get work. Because if you think about it, with Neymar losing all these contracts, another drywall company now has to step up. And if there's a lot of places, then I'm pretty sure they got to hire more people.
I know, but it's
to work at these places.
When it comes to resume time, though, you know, it comes to resume time, like, I mean,
we know some companies is scrupulous, bro. The money comes first. I mean,
That's true.
They might
That's
look
true.
at it and say, listen,
let's go with the dollars. Let's go with the
you know what I mean?
dollars.
And again, not necessarily those who were on that job site, but those who were maybe on different sites working for the company, they might have a chance of getting work with these people.
Imagine if you're on your 1 month vacation.
Yeah.
Say you had vacation and stuff to use and you're on vacay and now you realize that you're on vacay. Your vacation just went to you getting fired. You're like, but I did nothing.
I did absolutely.
I was home taking a nap when this shit was going on.
Nothing.
So
I think I think what probably might benefit some of those people is that these majority of those jobs on those sites are unionized.
Yeah.
So you got a union that can possibly fight
Save
for
you. Okay. All right.
But it was wild though. I mean, it was wild. Kudos to the one person who got the footage and made like a what do you call it? A movie trailer.
Oh, that movie trailer. Slap. That's critically acclaimed right there.
Oh man.
Let's get to the okay. So we got to the good.
Yeah.
A lot of dark shit happened, especially on the U.S. side.
Mm.
That was the local stuff. Let's get to the international. Man, there's thoughts and prayers going out this week. It was a grim week for America.
Grim week, man.
Let's start with the shootings in Indianapolis.
Okay.
So thoughts and prayers to the peoples and the families in the Indianapolis FedEx shooting that took place near to Indianapolis airport.
Yeah.
8 people died. Shooter took his life as well. There was 4 individuals from the, I always hear Sikh.
Right.
But then I hear some other people say Sikh. So community.
From what I know is Sikh.
It's Sikh.
Yeah.
Okay, so thoughts and prayers to those peoples and stuff and everything like that. Since America, since 2021, there's been 147 mass shootings.
Yeah.
We're in April though.
Yeah.
We're in April.
Insane when you really think about it.
147 mass shootings in America so far. Like in a month, just the ones that were polarized.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? We're not including we'll say there was a situation in Atlanta where I think after the New Year, there was a little shooting. There's a whole bunch of group of people and stuff, whatever. I think 2 people got killed. Cars spilled out. Mass shootings and stuff are just going across America. It's sad. Thoughts and prayers to those families.
Thoughts and prayers, 100%.
Indiana. Thoughts and prayers to Daunte Wright's family.
Yeah.
I still don't understand this taser situation. To the officer who shot him.
Right. Veteran officer that shot him.
Yeah, I still don't understand. His aunt made a valid point. Salute to his aunt who came to speak and stuff, whatever, on behalf of the fam. She's like, there's a big weight difference between a taser and a Glock.
Yeah.
So if you are a veteran and you don't know the difference and stuff, whatever, no. For a traffic stop, no. No. Thoughts and prayers to that young man's family. Go ahead.
It's funny because I think it was just yesterday I watched footage. I hope I still have it on my phone and I can let you watch it. Where it was a traffic stop involving 2 police officers and a white male, right? They wrestled with this white male in his car, right? To take him out. While they were wrestling with him, it was 2 officers, 1 male, 1 female. The female officer took out her baton, right? Not her taser, not her gun.
But telling to bust him.
Started beating him with the baton, right? Officers, they punching the shit out of this dude, right? They take him out the car, right? They have him on the ground. They're still fighting with this dude, right? Hitting him with the baton, punching him. He's punching back, mind you, right? He gets a hold of the baton and starts beating the police officers with the baton. Ain't nobody draw their taser or the gun at this point, right? After he beats them off of him, he gets into the cruiser.
And proceeds to drive off?
And proceeds to drive off. And I'm saying to myself, what did I just witness?
Typical every white day privilege.
What did I just witness? The composure of the cops. I mean, at not one time did they ever think of drawing the weapon.
We're minorities. Specific minorities, can I say that?
Yeah.
Specific minorities give off a sense of fear to set white cops.
Okay.
Right?
I'm glad you went there.
Specific minorities give off a fear to them. They don't fear
Let's be honest, not just cops.
people.
Yeah.
People. Because I'm in that populace and stuff, whatever. I give off a type of fear from the way how I look.
Yeah.
It's not like them, and they're not used to people like us, like within their world.
Right.
So it's kind of like Nas said it. People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. I guess it's a theory of man. They don't understand, so they're always gonna fear.
Yeah.
Right? And that's far from, what I'm saying is stuff is not an excuse, but I mean, you're gonna get that when they don't fear their own.
Right.
When they don't fear their own and stuff, whatever, they don't feel like they're a threat to end it.
Right.
This motherfucker could have ran over all the cops in the cruiser. He could have hit reverse and crushed like so many heads and bodies. But they don't fear that.
At the point where he got a hold of the baton
Yeah.
and started beating their ass.
Yeah.
Listen, man. That gives me all right to shoot.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm justified to shoot.
Well, assaulting an officer is justified to shoot.
Yeah.
If you're not assaulting an officer and stuff, whatever, I see no problem. But yeah, I mean,
back to Daunte.
No, like, I think the eternal question and stuff is, can minorities get the same equal justice under the law when white police kill us? Especially his case. I asked that question and stuff, whatever, because like in his case, he was killed not too far from the whole George Floyd incident. Right?
Right.
Happened in Minneapolis. The kicker is stuff is that it's another white cop killing an innocent black man. I don't say innocent and stuff, whatever, but I want to use the word innocent now because allegedly we don't know his side, how it transpired. We're only going by from what the survivors have to say to try and muddle his name.
Right.
From the situation.
Right.
He's not alive to speak and stuff, whatever. Young father and stuff and everything. The situation is fucked. Yeah. I just look at it stuff as that.
I mean, he was like 20
years old with his son who just, the photo they have is the photo with him and his son who just celebrated his first birthday.
Right.
Is it St. Paul? St. Paul is the capital of Minnesota.
Okay.
Minneapolis is in Minnesota. A few years back, there was an officer, black Somalian Muslim officer. I think his name was Mohammed Noor. That was his name. Okay. So Mohammed Noor.
Yes.
This happened before Philanthro Castro.
Right. Is this the officer that shot the
white lady?
White lady.
Yes.
Okay. I remember this case.
Right.
I remember, and the reason why I remember this case so vividly is because
he was the first black officer.
Right.
Or first minority officer.
Right.
That got convicted and like a killer.
Yeah.
A regular killer.
Yeah.
For killing the white lady.
Yeah. And I think why the
Philanthro Castro happened after. Go ahead.
After. I think why it was so vivid in my mind because at the time when it happened, I heard it once on the news, and then I never heard anything about it after that.
Oh, because they knew they were going to fry him. He got 12.5 years, 12 and a half years for killing her.
Yes.
Because it was a call shooting. The story went like, I think Justine Diamond, something like that. If I'm butchering the name and families here, apologies. But long story short, she called and she heard like a woman crying and stuff like behind her house.
Right.
And when he got there, it was situation stuff where like he couldn't recognize who from what from his the testimony side.
Yeah.
And he accidentally shot her and killed her.
Right. Okay.
Right. And they're like, no, throw the book at him.
Yes.
A cop shouldn't be doing this to people and stuff, whatever.
Yes.
He was black.
Yes.
They threw a book at him. He got 12.5. That should lead by example. Philando Castle got killed in his car.
Right.
With his woman recording.
Yep.
The Latino cop who shot him was supposed to get manslaughter. No book was thrown at him. It was thrown out.
Yes.
George Floyd, Chauvin, same state.
Mm-hmm.
It's a murder we all seen on camera.
Yeah.
They're still going through the court case. Hell, the fucker even pleaded. He pled the fifth. He led the Fifth Amendment. He pled the fifth.
Did he?
He pled the fifth. And I'm looking at Minnesota stuff, a different type of light. Y'all need to get the fuck up out of that state.
Tale of two cities, man.
Yeah, like the whole state, like minorities cannot get justice from a white cop. When they came to the black cop killing the white woman, justice was served.
Yeah.
The other way around,
I mean,
I ain't seeing shit.
I mean,
seeing shit.
I mean, they weren't even willing to give him the fake benefit of the doubt like they give the other cops.
Who? Muhammad?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Miss me with that shit. They have
I mean, it could have been an accident. It really could have been an accident. Nah.
No. They had to make an example. So if you made an example and stuff, whatever, everybody has to follow after that, whatever. They should have learned.
That was the precedent. That was the precedent.
Done talking. One more dark thing. R.I.P. to the family of Black Rob, the rapper.
R.I.P. to Black Rob.
Oh,
wait. I mean, sorry. I mean,
go ahead.
R.I.P. to Black Rob. But before we get there, I just want to briefly touch upon the U.S. soldier who was pulled over by the two police officers at the gas station and pepper sprayed and humiliated.
Yeah.
We're at the point where tensions were on a high, almost kind of simmering down, but it was on a high simply because we had a football player, a prominent football player. We all know his name by now. Took a knee and was called for being disrespectful to the flag and the soldiers who served that country.
Right.
Here we are with a black U.S. Army. I'm not, I think it was, I can't remember his rank. But being pulled over, hands out the window of his SUV. They said they said the reason why they pulled him over, they couldn't see the tag. But on the news footage, the body camera footage, you can see the tag. You can see the tag. The way he was treated and disrespected, we don't hear anybody saying any mention of that. It's like, I don't know what to say anymore. It's like it's like a skewed justice system.
But it is. I mean, Lady Justice and stuff is blind. If you look at the statue, it's supposed to be blind justice, right? And there's no justice. It's just us. And it's just us going through these kind of chronicles.
Right.
Right? So, I mean, when you look at it, the tail of the tape, like, if you're any kind of sane person to make peace or to try and make peace and stuff with it, you won't. You'll definitely be clinically insane.
Yeah,
you can't make logic and stuff out of it and everything like that.
Sense.
But the thing is stuff is that I want to say, you should be in a position of action to start doing.
Yeah.
To start doing. You have whatever power you have, it works by numbers. And you have to make these moves and stuff, whatever, to use your numbers to get certain people and stuff out of position fucking power ASAP.
Yeah.
To remove their power ASAP, to remove them to continue doing the fuck shits ASAP.
Okay,
right?
So let's flip this over because I don't know. It seems to be something with authority
Okay.
because again, I mean, within the last few week or so, we see the young black male that was walking on the street.
Mm-hmm.
The army officer who pretty much belittled him,
Told him he doesn't belong here.
told him he doesn't belong here, assaulted him. Turns out the black youth actually lived there longer than the army sergeant himself.
Yeah.
There's just seems this type of air with authority
What do you mean?
where they feel that because they have a certain uniform or maybe a certain rank,
Yeah.
they are
Better?
law and order themselves.
Of course. Why not? Why not? Some people and stuff, whatever, people think money puts you above the law. Right? They have a specific air about them.
Right.
Or arrogance about them. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you're in these positions of power and stuff, whatever, where you quote unquote kind of separate from the norm or the pack, why wouldn't you feel different? That's how the country is built. In a capitalist society, that's how it's built. So if you don't have the capital, it's what is it? Money, power, respect.
Money, power, respect.
So if you don't have the money,
You gotta have the power.
yeah. And after you have that, they'll still respect you.
Right.
So, and that's how they operate and stuff. They're like, yo, you will respect a soldier.
Yeah.
Well, in one way. in one way. Like,
Yeah.
the pepper spray incident, they didn't respect that ass,
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
But I mean, that's how like the tail of the tape and stuff always tend to roll. And sometimes you have to unlearn old behavior. But the thing is stuff is that it's the populace.
Yeah.
They're not teaching set people and stuff these things, whatever. This is the only bonus I feel like when it comes to like footage.
Yeah.
Like the wrongdoings and the bads and stuff like that, we should use these things as markers to learn from them. Now, if they keep repeating stuff, clearly no one's fucking learning. And I don't think the book should be thrown anymore. The library should be thrown at them. But I mean, this will constantly, like I said, this will constantly drive a person insane and deranged and stuff like that. And I don't want to focus and stuff on that to help, I want to say, add more fuel to the fire. I look at it stuff as where you're in the situation. How long would it take before it affects you?
Yeah.
And same thing with the quit and the fire thing. Do you wait till they kill you? Or do you do what it takes and stuff for it to get ahead of the situation? You got to stop the nonsense before they stop you.
Agreed.
So my thing and stuff is that it's only a matter of time before it might get to you or your situation or your loved one. Get ahead of the situation. These people and stuff with the power and everything like that, vote these motherfuckers out. You can't vote these motherfuckers out. It's the power of the numbers.
Yeah.
Don't tell me power numbers don't work.
Numbers work in all situations, man.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
And that's why, I mean, we preach it and we preach it hard. Economics goes a long way, and we need to continue to build that in the Black community and flex that muscle. We need to stop supporting these people and then turn around and think everything is going to be good for us. I'm for us shutting down for just one day to send a message. I mean, when I say shut down, don't buy nothing from them. Don't work in none of their establishments. Let them feel it where they know it hurts the most.
The pockets.
You understand?
It's a capitalist society.
It's a capitalist society.
If you don't give them no capital, the society will fall.
That's it, man. That's it. And listen, we don't march. This is probably about as political we get on our show. But what we are doing is, this is the reason why we started Buy Black Fridays, because at some point we got to say to ourselves, if we don't support ourselves and build our own capital, we're never going to have a leg to stand on in this capitalistic society. Speaking of which, R.I.P. Black Rob. Because even when we do have the chance to support our own,
we don't.
It doesn't seem like it's happening.
Was it really bad boy for life? Is it really bad boy in the family?
You know what? If it was bad boy for life, somebody might be living right now.
I mean, it's like, I don't understand. Like I said, Diddy, well, when I spoke about the Kylie Jenner thing,
right?
You know, people came at me. Some people came at me and said, like, you know, Marv, you can't tell people how to spend their money.
No, and we're not trying to tell people how to spend the money.
I'm not telling nobody that. I'm just looking at stuff on the moral side. Now, I don't expect everybody to have the kind of morals and principles that I have, but in order to be a human, you have to have humanity. When I look at certain people and stuff like the Kylie Jenner situation and the P. Diddy situation, they're earthlings to me, man. They're earthlings.
Yeah.
They're earthlings to me because my thing and stuff is that if you really cared that much, yo, this man was not only, like you said, he was family. Yeah. Now, if you use that F word to screw people out over business and stuff for their congratulations, you that man, Diddy. Yeah. You have Ciroc, you have all this type of business ventures, endeavors, and all the above. Help the man get a kidney transplant. Pay the money, pay the funds. He was already struggling and drowning. That's on his side.
Right.
The humanity or the humane aspect of it and stuff is that like, yo, this man is now dire straits. When I seen the thing that he made a statement from his bed for DMX last week,
right.
I was looking like, bruh, you shaking it rough like that? Because I seen him like maybe a few months back talking about child support, whooping his ass and all the above.
Yeah.
And then I hear about the health thing and stuff for that. Then when I seen the video, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he's shaking it rough. I'm like, it's one of Diddy's boys.
Yeah.
Diddy might come in and swoop in for the rescue. I'm minding my business and stuff yesterday. On the Saturday, I'm hearing that R.I.P. Black Rob everywhere. I was like, Earlier in the week, I seen Diddy doing the ski challenge thing and stuff, whatever, the Young Thug, the little
Right.
Right. You out here dancing one man and stuff who used to be dancing with you.
Dude.
Is no longer able to dance on the face of earth. So go ahead.
I was about to say, I mean, from the bad boy stable, there's always gonna be bad boy joints that are rememberable. Whoa is one of those joints.
Okay.
The amount of money that the label had made off of that one single itself, right? We're not talking about the Black Rob albums. We're not talking whatever type of writing he might have contributed to the family. Just Whoa itself has helped you to be in more of a position than you may have been at that time. Right? At that point, he was family.
Until the contract went out.
Until the contract went out.
Basically.
It's just, I mean, there's so much you could have done for the brother that would have not affected you one iota.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the humanity aspect. These people lack the humanity aspect. Like you're saying. And that's what I'm saying. This right here would make, I want to say, you see, when I'm faced with a situation, I don't look at it from only my POV. I try to look at it from other points of view. So I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, all right, I'm set white dude who's in the hip hop community and I like what these peoples are doing with their race and their music, how they can drop the N-word when they feel and et cetera, but these people over here talking bad boy for life. And then I see this dude out here dropping all types of flavors of Ciroc that be selling off the shelf, limited edition, all the above. That's just the Ciroc venture by itself.
By itself.
And
not
all
talking
these
De
things.
Leon?
Yeah, we're not talking about them like I'm not talking about nothing else.
We're just talking
just one
Ciroc.
Just that one business and stuff for that, and just a fraction of what the business might make would take care of this former employee and stuff, whatever, just to let the world you're not an asshole. And did he now change his name, I think, to the Brother Love or call himself Brother Love and everything? Brother, you don't got no love, man. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to come at me. You don't got no love. I don't got no love from this side. I can't
truth,
see it.
Man. You're speaking the truth.
You're a set person from another race and stuff looking at this and stuff. Whatever. Like, why are you black people coming at us and stuff about how we coming at you guys and stuff and everything when you guys don't help each other? That's why I look at we have to start doing for our own. And set people and stuff like that. We can't support set people like that. We shouldn't support people like that. That's my thing.
Yeah.
That's my Jerry Springer final thought on that matter. Fuck the dumb shit. Let's get to the
R.I.P. Black Rob.
R.I.P. Black Rob. Let's get to the question of the week. Let's get back to some lighter shit. Let the people smile. That's a little heavy thought to unpackage and everything. Are you ready for the fucking question of the week?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Question of the week. What was your first experience with pornography?
Wow. My first experience.
Look at it. Put a smile back on your face.
My first experience with pornography, I'm going to have to say was in grade either 5 or 6.
Okay. Was it a video? Was it a magazine?
Video.
Okay.
Video.
VHS?
Yeah, probably.
Or was it beta?
It could have even been beta.
With your old ass.
Yeah, we're talking back in time here. I had this friend, White.
Mm-hmm.
Won't say his name because it is years gone, but it still could be probably chased back.
Okay.
And he knew where his father's stash was.
Okay.
And one day, it was me, another close friend of mine, another brother. We was over said friend's house.
So 3 5th graders.
3 5th graders.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey, you guys want to see something?" We were like,
"No, okay." I was about to say, Boys in the Hood never came out. I was about to say, I don't like where that goes. When Cube said that, okay, we'll continue.
And we was like, okay. So he pops in this videotape.
Mm. Wait, those ones
could be a beta.
Those ones had the music.
This one had the music. Actually, in this one scene, they look like straight. It was straight 80s, man. They had the spiked hair, the feathered hair, and stuff like this. And one dude was a hairdresser. So this was taking place in a hair salon.
Oh, so the whole scene. Okay,
so there was a scene happening.
Go ahead. So, I told you, white porn be slapping. Continue.
So, he started blow drying some hair.
And he got a blow job.
And then he started blowing out other things. Now,
wait. He was blowing some other things. Like he went down
on these women.
Oh, okay.
On these women.
Okay, I was like 3 5th graders watching 3 5th grader boys watching some gay porn, blowing. Like, okay,
it was straight as an arrow. This porn that we watched.
It's clarity. Clarity.
It is what it is.
Okay.
And so we were all there sitting, and this is my first time ever seeing something like this. I'm pretty sure this was my dude's first time ever seeing this. Homeboy,
he probably seen it. He probably
had. He had his got an eye full, and he was just sharing it with the brothers.
Mm.
And needless to say, we were getting rigor mortis in our.
I was going to ask you, how did you feel?
In our members.
How did you feel?
So, being the young boys that we were and quick-witted thinking, we figured
it's home time.
We get some ice cubes and put some ice cubes in some Ziploc bags.
Cigars on ice.
And place these ice bags on our now swollen members.
Swollen members. No further question.
And that was my first experience watching porn.
My first experience watching porn, I watched porn kind of early though. I got introduced to it way super early.
Yeah.
Earlier than that, I want to say I was in the 2nd grade.
Second grade?
So say this is like 1992.
Okay.
And the situation was that I went to like a friend of the family's house.
Yeah.
And it went from playing Street Fighter or Super Nintendo
Okay.
to like porn. Running like we're talking about like you hit the switch.
That was a jump.
Yeah, I was like, they're like, yo, we're done with yo. Just run the movie now. I'm like, run the movie now. And then all you just seen an Asian woman
Yeah.
with a white dude.
Yeah.
And they were getting it in. She was on top, and I just seen all. I'm like, wait, what? So at the time of process, I'm like, he has wee wee.
Yeah.
She don't have wee wee. So I was like,
Why is she missing wee wee?
I was like, girls are different down there. I was like, interesting. I couldn't pull away my eyes not to watch.
Yeah.
I was there like an eclipse.
Yeah.
And then the older people and stuff there was just looking and laughing. Little pervert. I'm like, I didn't turn it on.
Exactly.
Y'all turned it on.
You know what I mean?
Y'all have yet to say, like in my head, I'm like, y'all have yet to tell me to get out the
Get out
fucking
the room.
No further questions.
Yeah.
So after that, I was like, that was something else. And I think a little bit after that, maybe like probably like in the 5th grade and stuff, where I probably seen like another one.
Okay.
And then I seen it, I was like, yeah, it was. Yeah, that's when, I think the rigor mortis started kicking in.
That was when the rigor mortis kicked in?
The blood flow and stuff, and I was like, okay. I know what this is, but it's making me feel a type of way. Making me feel a type of way. But I look at it stuff as like, when your first time experienced the porn night, now I asked a girl one time, and she told me that when she was 13.
Right.
7th grade-ish?
Yeah.
7th grade-ish. That's when she stumbled upon her brother's porn collection and stuff, whatever. And that was when DVDs start popping off.
Okay.
Right? And she was taking it in. She was taking it in because she said that her brother and stuff, whatever, would go to like his girlfriend's house or he would just vanish and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And let's say she's like, he had like 7 pornos. So like every night she would take one and just watch. And watch.
Study.
And then like swap out, like, like rotate. So like Monday, backdoor action.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wet and Wild Squirt. Wednesday, it was like a different type of thing and stuff like that. I was like, yo. So I was like, wasn't that kind of too young? So she said by 19, she was already doing anal and all the type of doing the most and stuff, whatever then.
Right.
So I looked at it, I was like, that shit could be kept very kind of problematic. I didn't have access to porn like that.
Yeah.
I knew there was a guy in middle school, he was selling porno pictures. He was printing them off the camera.
Right.
He used to sell them to people.
You sell them?
I was like, bruh, I was looking at the phone, I was like, it's okay, I seen enough.
Yeah.
He used to sell like for $1. I'm like, how you selling non-moving pictures for a fucking $1?
I bet she made bank.
He was making a killing. But I looked at it and stuff, was like, porn could be problematic and stuff, whatever then.
Right.
But I want to say, did it ruin, like I want to say, thoughts of sexuality and everything like that for me? No. So I don't feel like it was problematic and stuff for that. And I understand some people, how they can get kind of captured in it. Because to me, the young 2nd graders seeing it, it was like an allure and it's kind of just captivating.
Right.
So could you imagine the stuff if you actually seen a scene that's worth your fucking while?
Yeah.
And you're by yourself?
Yeah.
You might get captured and get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Right? So I looked at it stuff, I'm like, yo, that very first experience of porn, it's a doozy.
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy. All right, man. Let's get to the Ask the Sons for the week.
That's the Sons.
And the first Ask the Sons stuff comes from Yo-Yo the Boss. Do you find that a child from a single-parent household lacks attention? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Yo, you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like if you're in a single-parent household,
especially if it's just like you're the only sibling too.
What do you mean?
Like if you're the only child in that.
Yeah, I think if you're the only child, or even if you're the sibling, I'm not saying like your brother or sister, like if you're younger or older and stuff like that, but I would say it's problematic stuff on both sides. Like I look at it where if you're the only child, your mom, default, set parent might be working.
Right.
Set parent might be working and stuff, but trying to make sure you have ends meet.
Yeah.
Right? So, and they might be kind of exhausted and everything if they create the time and stuff, whatever, which is very rare. It's possible, but it's rare. And then if you are like you and another sibling, that sibling, let's say the sibling's older, soon as a sibling wants to experience like one of certain things in their life,
Yeah.
you're kind of left alone.
Yes.
Until you're coming of age.
Yes.
And if you are the older sibling and stuff, whatever, now you're left with the responsibility that your parents should have done.
Right. You got to be taking care of your younger sibling.
Right.
Right.
It's problematic and stuff, whatever. So they definitely do lack the attention from a single parent household.
Yeah.
All right. Next question comes from Chink Slayer. That ain't me. That's him.
Mhm.
Do you agree that lyrics in the songs are getting worse? Absolutely.
I have mixed feelings with that one.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't necessarily say
yes
getting worse,
but it's
but
where?
I would say more revealing.
More revealing.
Yeah, being as back in the day we weren't so upfront with saying things. We had ways of saying it.
Oh, like innuendos.
Okay.
And
Ways
some
of
things.
implying certain things without it actually being said. Now they're just flat out saying it.
How far back in the day are you talking though? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, because if I look at when do you grow up and stuff and start taking in music?
Right. So I would say for me,
You're talking from the 70s.
nah, I would say probably like from like the 80s. Now I'm specifically looking at the genre of hip hop because that's what I grew up on.
Okay.
But I mean, if you want to take it back to like the 70s, disco music, yeah, I would say there was songs that, said things without saying things.
Push in the bush.
Push in the bush.
Your favorite song?
I mean, My Sugar Walls. You know what I mean? Like, there were songs that were saying things without necessarily saying things.
Sugar Walls. I like
Nowadays, it's just saying things. They would leaving nothing up to the imagination.
I feel like in the 80s and stuff, whatever, like, yo, fuck. NWA, Uncle Luke, and all that type of stuff, that was there in the 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So if you were born in a specific time and stuff, whatever, like, let's say within that era when, let's say, Straight Outta Compton drop or Two Live Crew Me So Horny,
Right.
your lyrics and stuff, whatever, they might be getting worse. But I feel like it's all in the content of where you're subscribing to. Because I want to say behind every 3 bad, there's going to be 1 good.
Right.
In my world. So that's why I look at it stuff is that it's there, but you have to go looking for it.
Okay.
And I don't know what kind of genre you're looking for and stuff. If you're looking for hip hop, you're looking for R&B, if you're looking for things and stuff. Whatever. I'm like, hey, pop music and stuff. Yes, it used to be one type of way, like you were saying, and then it just kind of changed and stuff. But the in the window thing is now the window L. Back in the day, you couldn't even say shit or damn on TV, on regular TV.
This is true.
And the FCC just allows some shit and damns every now and then on basic TV. So I mean, I'm like, wait, shouldn't y'all have a rated R like in the corner of the screen at the beginning of the hour? But no, they don't. So
I mean, you can at one point you can show nudity on TV.
On what, regular TV? They show nudity?
I said you couldn't show nudity on TV.
Period.
Yeah. Just like
What happened to the baby blue movies that used to come on back in the day though? They showed titties.
yeah, but that was like, like
Late night.
late night.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not talking like during prime time.
No, but I feel like, well, I guess depending on what you're paying for, because I think like even the HBO and stuff for that back then, they had those HBO, like Showtime, Cinemax or Skinemax movies, the softcore shit.
Yeah.
So you were seeing it, but you would get it past a specific time.
But we would get it past a specific time, and even at then, they figured if you're paying for that, you're of the age of majority to be watching that.
Facts. Okay. Last question comes from Ogres Love Cakes.
Like fat kids. Okay, ogres, we see you.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, we're body positive here. You can't even call them fat kids. They're ogres.
They're ogres.
Can romantic relationships really last? Ooh. You go.
I think they can.
You think?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm
a romantic guy. I want to hear you.
I want to say with that romantic nature, there's usually the air of love in there. And if 2 people love each other, that's what usually makes for a lasting relationship.
love, but romance, one person might be romantic. I want to say if it's two romantic people, yes.
Right.
But one romantic person and another non-romantic person, I feel like it's tolerance that keeps them together.
Tolerance and not love?
It's love.
You can
but
still
it's
be in
not
love
romance.
without being romantic.
It's not romantic.
Okay.
It's not romantic.
Right.
Like I want to say like, yo, romance, if it's two romantic people,
Right.
oh fuck, that's passion and love and all that type of stuff. Sugar walls.
Sugar walls. Sugar walls.
all of that stuff and everything. But I feel like I don't know. Like most of the time, it's one person that's more romantic. One person is romantic, another person isn't.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And if it is two romantic people and stuff, could it last? I think it might have like an expiry.
If it's too romantic?
Two romantic people, I feel like it can have an expiry.
Mm.
I feel like like the main thing you need in love is tolerance and understanding and kindness.
Yeah.
That's the main thing you need and stuff for a relationship. But romantic relationship, live it up. Enjoy the moment. Carpet diem. That's on my side. That's what I was trying to see where you were coming from with
Enjoy
it.
the moment.
Yeah, because I feel like if I'm a non-romantic type of person and my partner might be that romantic and stuff, whatever,
Right.
I'm willing to try and keep up with said woman.
Right.
And everything like that. So I'm like, oh, I'm not into this shit. Fine. She wants to always come in and throw petals down to have candlelight dinner. I just want to eat food and stuff and bang out her sugar walls. I like that word anyway, by the way. So I might be staying there for the rest of my damn week.
That might be on you.
Rest of the week. But, I just want to get to the proceedings of some things and stuff like that. But the romance aspect, I could probably learn a few things, but I'll probably never be as romantic as said woman.
Right.
And if it's vice versa and stuff, whatever, I feel like they kind of balance out each other.
Okay.
So I feel like if it's just heavy on like the romance side and stuff, whatever, and there's no balance, I feel like it won't last long.
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Heavy episode.
Thank you, Ogre.
Thank you, Ogre.
We're going to get you some cake.
Associated Sons for this week.
Associated Sons.
With all the nonsense from law enforcement and badges and everything like that and but it's more still going back to the color and the race type of dance. We came up with proximity breeds care and distance breeds fear. So say the sons. If you reach out and touch one, I mean, hell, if we keep it biblical and stuff, to the folks that aren't biblical, love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor.
If you love thy neighbor, you got to have a little understanding when you love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
And once you have that understanding and stuff, it kind of works a lot bit better. Now, if you're only around people that are just like you, that's the distance that breeds fear. Because you don't want always the people just around you, because that's not how the world you live in and stuff, and period.
Right.
And that's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's black folks in China, there's Middle Eastern people in Russia, and there's Aboriginal people in Australia.
Yeah.
And these people and stuff in different parts of the world, you may think it'd be my one race dominant, but guess what? There's other races and stuff there. Now, if you don't take the time to bring them in kind of closer to get an understanding, the understanding will breed the care.
I just want to add to that. I mean, it's almost cliche at this point, but I think it really goes a long way if we truly treat people like how we want to be treated.
Yes.
I think that if we start from that standpoint, I think you can really start to see things in a different light and kind of build from there.
I agree. All right, man. Thank you for listening to another episode of Podical Sons. Thank you for watching another episode of Podical Sons to the YouTube folks.
Yes. Thank you once again to P Creations, P Creative. We going to I'm gonna show some of the wares up on the IG page, and of course, if you're watching the YouTube channel, you see what we got. You see what I got on. Shout out to the Zua Wrist Essentials. I got a couple baubles on the wrist and the chain on. So we like to shout out the people who support us in what we do. All right. And that goes for all the other people who's been hitting us up and providing us with gear to wear. We love y'all.
Cool, cool.
Cool, cool.
Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between genius and stupidity, as genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all be safe. Love each other, man.
Oh. And if you're retiring and someone going to throw you a bachelor party,
After
please,
hours.
please. Make it after work and confiscate all phones at the door.
Facts.
Peace and love.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.